us in nice and gently. Yes, that's right. And I'll tie us up alongside.
Hi there, Marina.
Hello there, Mr. Prescott. I'm Chris, and of course, you already know Marina. Oh, nice to see you haven't blown up this oil rig yet.
Wow. What a beaut.
What? Oh, not again. Would you stop lusting after poor old Marie? Oh, you mean the randomizer? Yes, well, that is quite special. Oh, not that you're not special too, Marina. I mean, it's just oh. Anyway, Mr. Prescott, we'd like you to press the big red button today.
This is a pleasant surprise.
Well, I'm sure you have more important things to do, but...
Important? This is top priority.
That's it, thank you. Yes, I thought you'd appreciate this chance.
Well, thanks, sure can use it. We can't afford another failure.
Another failure? What? Oh, printout. Right, let's see. Ah, okay, well, it's Four Feather Falls today.
Wow. This is a real pleasure.
Oh, if you say so. With a close shave.
That's even better.
You know, I had no idea you were such a fan, Mr. Prescott.
It's your thing, let's go.
The 4 feathers on this hat are magic. They enable Tex Tucker's dog and horse to speak, and his guns to fire without him even touching them. And now, another exciting adventure from Four Feather Falls.
Well now, here we are back with Four Feather Falls, and I'm actually a bit disappointed because when I saw this episode title come up, I thought, oh right, I know what this is going to be. This is going to be about a new barber who arrives in Four Feather Falls, and he's a bit shifty, and only one of the townsfolk can see it. I was certain that that was what we were going to get, and then I noticed, this is only the 5th episode. So chances are the close shave of the title refers to nothing to do with barbers. I suspect it'll just be a bit of Pedro and Fernando early days, oh, I'm gonna get your sheriff kind of stuff. You know, not that I'm hankering for a story based around a barber. I suppose having come up with it now, if this episode doesn't involve a barber, I could write that story myself. But here we go. What do we got?
Well, Jake, and what are you gonna do today, huh?
The sheriff said he'd take me out for a ride on Rocky. I'm sure.
Oh, right, Rocky. Sorry, I thought you said Rocket. I'm not with it this morning, I'm sorry.
Oh, I doubt it, son. Guns ain't things to be played with.
Well, anyway, Gramps,
Especially not magic guns.
I expect the sheriff will be waiting for me.
Okay,
Oh, yeah. I expect the whole world revolves around
the
me.
sheriff tells you. Howdy, folks.
Hi.
I guess you're all waiting for me to tell you a story about Four Feather Falls.
Well, I ain't gonna.
Now, let me see.
Yes, this was something that happened a lot in the early days. Twink would directly address the camera and tell us what was what and recall an old story.
Not here in the past, but...
And that was something that was phased out, I mean, fairly early on, I think.
Guess I must be getting old.
Oh, so he can't remember a story to tell us.
Out. Here comes trouble.
It's a very derpy horse, being ridden by a very fat Pedro.
Yeah, it sure was till you arrived.
Oh,
What are you doing in town, Pedro? You know the sheriff don't like you hanging around.
But
that's another spectacularly derpy horse.
your little Jake, huh?
And I think, yeah, we've had a lot of very early Four Feather Falls recently, and this is episode 5. So, again, a lot of the characters look kind of prototypey. Little Jake in particular, and Tex. Some of them have been refurbished a bit. Ma Jones looks much better here than she did the last time we saw her in episode 1. Oh, no! Oh, but Pedro's come in to shoot up the place.
Senora. I ain't gonna shoot you. I'm going on a little trip, and I want some grub.
But he shot her sweetie jar.
No, it's not good calling for Tex Tucker. He's out playing nursemaid to little Jake. I
They've ridden out of town, have they?
my way here.
Oh, gee, Mr. Pedro. Oh, don't shoot me. Oh, I'm only...
I just said I wasn't going to, woman.
Please. I ain't gonna shoot you as long as you
As
feed
previously stated.
with the grub for my little trip. Huh?
Grub. He wants his grub. Oh.
I might as well take you.
Yes, Four Feather Falls is a series that, for all I do enjoy it, and I can say nothing but good things about it, I've actually only seen the whole thing through. Aside from the randomizer, I've actually only seen the whole thing through once. There's a handful of episodes that I've seen more than that. The colorized episode I had back on VHS in the VHS days with a couple of other episodes, so I saw that a few times. But in terms of a marathon of the whole series, I've only ever seen it once, so there is a definite unfamiliarity for me with some of these stories.
Then you squeeze the trigger.
And I suppose it's fair to say as well, as a lot of them are quite samey. But this is fun. We had a scene of Tex teaching little Jake to shoot, very irresponsible of course. But as he was firing his gun, it was cutting to a storefront window being shot at by Pedro.
It's been a swell day, Sheriff. Can I come out again with you sometime?
Yep, Jake. It's been great having you along.
A real great day. I bet nothing's gone wrong in Four Feather Falls. Oh my God.
And there's been a heap of shooting.
Is she hurt, Twink?
No, she ain't hurt, but she's sure scared.
Gosh, I wish I had one of your magic guns, Sheriff. I'd fix that Pedro for good.
You go.
Would you stop talking about guns? You're a weird little kid and you're not gonna have one. Oh, there we go. Does this song have any relevance to this plot? There's a guy on horseback in silhouette.
Sky is pale, comes a phantom rider on.
It doesn't look like any of the regular characters.
The Hopi Indians of old
Are we just playing Phantom Rider?
steal their gold.
Is this the first time it would have been played and we're just getting the actual story of the Phantom Rider?
Rider on the Hopi.
Lots of nighttime shots passing by rocks. Yeah, this figure is staying in silhouette.
And then the Hopi braves cried, scalp him. And that's the...
It is a violent little song actually for a kid's show. It looks beautiful, all this nighttime stuff with the rocks and things.
Around the Grand Canyon you can hear the tale
Of the Phantom Rider on the Hope. Oh no, it's Pedro. Oh, okay. Well, that was clever then. They kept him in darkness until the end of the song and you thought that it actually was the Phantom Rider. And then, oh no, there's that huge grin looming up at you out of the darkness.
What is keeping that Red Scalp?
Oh, he's come to see Red Scalp, hence why we play a song about scalping people.
Speak to himself.
There he is.
Say, only fool hold on counsel.
Never mind the wisecracks, Red Scalp.
And speaking of fools,
Get down to business.
where is Fernando this week?
Don't meet me here.
Oh, Red Scalp's hiding in a bush.
Fix Tex Tucker.
Almost like he's been disturbed while taking care of some other business.
I'll say little money, huh?
Indians say, any man who laughs at himself, big fool.
Oh.
Others laugh too.
Very funny.
Well, the Jerry Anderson podcast would not be very popular in his tribe, I think.
Get tomorrow and tell him your people have been attacked by white bandidos in the Yellow Gulch Hills. Tex Tucker.
Oh, right. Okay, so one person in Four for the Falls is on the ball.
Like me.
Dusty has followed Pedro all the way out here.
You hear later to
Somehow, he's managed to keep pace with Pedro's horse.
Have magic guns.
He's a good lad, that Dusty.
Eat medicine. Red Scalp, not go.
Don't you worry about the magic guns. They do not work.
But this is an odd sequence of shots here because it's just a conversation between Pedro and Red Scalp. But every time the other speaks, we cut to
Scalp, go.
a reverse shot, and I think this is violating some basic filmmaking law.
Go.
The angles... No, I think it's probably just staying within the lines, but it just looks a bit odd. I don't quite get why they're shooting from both sides here.
Be rich! That's what he thinks. Adios, amigo.
So Pedro is hatching some kind of plan with Red Scalp. I don't know what it was, because I waffled all over it, but it probably isn't very complicated, and doesn't extend much more beyond gold or something like that.
Sorry, Tex, but I followed Pedro after he shut up Ma Jones' store yesterday.
Yeah?
I did some actual detective work, Tex.
Real mean-looking Indian called Red Scalp up in the Yellow Gulch Hills. So I hid close by, so's I could hear what they were saying.
Nice work, Dusty. Let's hear about it.
I'm real glad I didn't have to get out of my chair.
It seems Red Scalp is coming into town to get you to ride into Yellow Gulch Hills with him, while Pedro sneaks into town by the back way to rob the bank.
Oh.
You've done a good job, Dusty.
So I guess this is the first appearance of Red Scalp in the series then.
For him.
And here he is. On a typically derpy horse. I love the Four for the Falls horses. They are spectacularly weird creatures.
Raid Indian camp in Yellow Gulch Hills. Need help.
You're lying, Red Scalp. Now get going.
Red Scalp thought white man's justice good. But Red Scalp wrong.
If you think you're gonna get me out of town so Pedro can rob the bank, you're mistaken.
Pedro will rob the bank whether I'm here or not. He'll drug my coffee or something.
To have revenge. Red Scalp no magic guns, not...
Ah, what's happening?
No.
Oh, okay. As I've sometimes said, I really would like to get Four for the Falls in HD, and something very strange happened there. The bottom of the frame started to drop out and slide back in at the top. It was almost like the scene was going to wipe to another scene, but it didn't. It was the frame was just sort of rolling down. That was very weird.
Pale-face guns, not shoot Indian, huh?
Oh.
What are you gonna do, Red Scalp?
So Pedro and not Fernando, Pedro and Red Scalp's plan is falling apart a bit.
Indian scalp pale-face who speak with forked tongue.
Oh, that's Pedro.
No, I'll give you anything. Sheriff!
Oh, don't let him hurt Pedro.
Help me!
Give him your hat.
Pedro, I'd like to help you, but magic guns don't work on Indians.
Say, Tex, you're not gonna let Red Scalp do this, are you?
It's okay, Dusty. I don't think Pedro will come to any real harm.
Oh, I was mistaken. There goes his scalp.
Got an idea. He's just gonna teach him a lesson.
Oh, he shaved him. Oh dear.
Put on your hat, Pedro.
He looks like Telly Savalas now.
Oh, not again.
Okay, so we did get a Barbary type subplot. He had the shave. Okay, right. I'm happy with that then. This is Pedro's hat that's being shot up the street now.
Faster, Pedro.
I still say my idea of a naughty barber character would serve for an episode. Yeah, there goes Pedro being shot out of town by Tex.
I reckon that's about the funniest thing I've seen around here for a long time.
Until next week, where the same thing will probably happen again. This is early Four Feather Falls, and we don't have many variety of stories yet.
Happen from 1 minute to the next.
Wow.
Better look in again next time.
Okay.
Because there's always something going on in Four Feather Falls.
Even if it is just me sitting in my rocking chair on my porch. Well, that was a close shave, and it wasn't quite the story that I was hoping for, but that was still thoroughly enjoyable stuff, as Four Feather Falls often is. You know, again, very early days. The town still looks very small, actually. That street set doesn't have the distance that it would in later episodes. But it's always fun to spend time with these characters, particularly Pedro. He's always great fun, and I love it when Dusty does something heroic off his own initiative. Not so keen on Red Scalp as a villain, I've got to say. I much prefer Big Ben. I can't wait to see him finally turn up in the series when we get to his introductory episode. We've seen him plenty of times, of course, but yeah, so on the whole, that was thoroughly fine and decent as any episode of Four Feather Falls we've seen so far. So yeah, good stuff. What more can I say?